Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. And for today's video, I'll be going over a couple of theories that I have briefly mentioned in previous videos, but I will go over them in more detail and really explain these theories as best as possible during this video because they're pretty interesting and I really want to share it with you guys. But yeah, we are 4 episodes down with this Armageddon event, and we have one more episode left for this Armageddon event to fully end, and it's been one hell of a ride. I have never been so excited for The Flash in such a long time. This season is just not feeling like The Flash that we've watched for the past couple of years now, and I'm saying this in a good way. We finally have some really good writing, we finally have a very cohesive story, every character has something to do, and we have all these great elements like built-in mysteries and reveals, these really cool twists and turns, which gets me really intrigued and so hooked for what's to come. We have great character interactions, Barry is much more confident now and he actually knows what he's doing, and these are all things which I really love so much. This is by far Eric Wallace's best graphic novel so far, and hopefully the back half of The Flash Season 8 can continue just as strong. So yeah, a lot went down during episode 4, which was obviously the penultimate episode of this Armageddon event, where we had everyone living in a reverse Flashpoint timeline created by the Reverse Flash, and he essentially just stole Barry's life. Barry becomes the Reverse Flash and Thawne becomes the Flash, so they swapped roles, and it was such a great episode. It was one of my favorite episodes of Armageddon. But yeah, towards the end of the episode, Barry obviously uses the power of love to connect to the Speed Force so that he is able to restore the timeline Thawne created back to how it used to be. We then have Barry confronting Despero and he tells him about what's really going on. And also, we had Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, in the Time Vault, and he is seeking help from Gideon to change the timeline, and we will see how that comes into fold this coming episode. We do also have a plethora of other things taking place during this episode. We do obviously know that this will be the episode where Mia Queen aka Green Arrow returns, and also we do know that this will be the episode where Barry finally gets the gold boots, so I'm very interested to see how Barry gets them. But also, since this is the finale for this Armageddon event, we should be expecting some sort of a cliffhanger, since for those who don't know, we are getting a 3-month break after episode 5, and then we're going to kick off with Interlude Part 2, so do expect some sort of a cliffhanger taking place, which will just get us very excited for what's to come. But these theories I'm going to mention in this video is related to Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, and how Armageddon Part 5 could actually lead to his death. And also I will be talking a little bit about these timeline changes and why this new timeline is so different compared to Armageddon. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so during Armageddon Part 4, we did obviously have Barry reversing the timeline changes caused by Thawne, and he restored the timeline back to normal. And when Barry entered the lounge to see Iris and his friends, it is clear that none of the Team Flash members had any trace of memories about Armageddon whatsoever, including how Barry went to the future to investigate who has been the one pulling these strings all along. We can tell that's the case because in episode 3, the last thing Iris said was that, okay, you need to figure out who's behind this, and Barry tells Iris that he's gonna head over to the future, whereas over here, Iris thinks that he's working at the precinct. So clearly there's some timeline changes going on, and that these Team Flash members do not remember anything about Armageddon. We do obviously know that Joe West has also returned in this new timeline. So what is actually happening over here is that due to Barry restoring the Reverse Flashpoint timeline, he in return creates a whole new timeline, pretty much making it so that Armageddon never exists. So episodes 1 to 4 have all pretty much been erased from this new timeline that Barry created. So Armageddon never happens, meaning Despero does not come to 2021 to kill Barry. Barry never goes crazy for supposedly attacking the city. Joe never dies, meaning Barry never goes to Black Lightning to seek his help and call injustice so that he could get his speed taken away. And obviously Thawne never causes these timeline changes in the first place because technically speaking, it never happened. Meaning between The Flash Season 7 and the end of Episode 4, We have a whole new series of events taking place where pretty much Armageddon does not happen. Though only people who would have the memories of Armageddon would be Barry, Eobard Thawne, and Despero. That's it. Everyone else's memories would pretty much be rewritten so that they lived in this new timeline and nothing else. That being said, since Armageddon never happens, this means that Barry never went to Black Lightning to get his speed taken away, meaning in this new timeline, Barry still has the leveled up speed he got in the Flash Season 7 finale, which makes me really happy about that, and that they didn't nerf Barry. So the Flash is back to being at full power and full speed, so yeah, it does look like that they will be keeping Barry consistent with this new level up. Now, in regards to Despero and the Flash, it did seem like they were on semi-good terms last episode, and in the trailer for episode 5, we do hear Despero say he can still bring about Armageddon while talking to Barry. So it does seem like Barry and Despero will have some sort of an alliance during this episode where they go after the Reverse Flash together, since we do know that Thawne will be attacking the timeline and try to mess with it in this episode. But through set photos, we do know that there will be a final battle between Despero and the Flash. So we do know that there will be something big happening which causes Despero to turn on Barry or vice versa. So there will definitely be some sort of a twist taking place. Now, what I think is going to happen is that Despero will come back from the future and tell Barry that he is right and he senses new timeline changes taking place, which is going to be caused by the Reverse Flash, and due to these timeline changes, there is a chance that Armageddon could still happen, so we will get the Flash and Despero teaming up together to take down the Reverse Flash. However, Despero wants to end this permanently, so Despero wants to kill Eobard once he gets his hands on him. Barry, on the other hand, is not that type of character. He would never put killing on the table or even join forces with someone being willing to kill. Barry would never do that, and this does make sense because the synopsis for the finale mentions the conclusion to Armageddon presents an opportunity for the Flash to end his lifelong battle with the Reverse Flash for good, but the payoff could be too much for Barry and Team Flash to handle. Now obviously, Barry is not going to kill Eobard Thawne, that's just not going to happen. And killing Thawne does give Barry the opportunity to end this lifelong battle with the Reverse Flash. But as I have previously mentioned, this is not something Barry will ever be willing to participate in if Despero wants to kill the Reverse Flash, not even against his greatest enemy, which is why the thought of even putting that card on the table would be a payoff for Barry and Team Flash being too much to handle. So maybe what happens is that Despero has his hands on Thawne and he's about to kill him, but Barry stops Despero from doing so, and that is what results to their big fight happening, causing Thawne to escape. It could also be that Despero does indeed kill the Reverse Flash, and that could be what results to Despero and the Flash facing off each other, and here is why that makes sense, and you guys would have heard me say this in previous videos. So this version of Eobard Thawne, at least the present day version of Eobard Thawne we have right now, he's reaching his final stages because he has the new Reverse Flash suit. He knows everything that's happened prior to the Flash Season 8. So he knows that he time travels to the night Nora Allen is murdered. He knows that his plan to kill Child Barry fails and in return kills Nora Allen. He knows that he gets stranded in the past for 15 years while being disguised as Harrison Wells. He knows that he has to create the Flash in 2013 and blow up the particle accelerator and then later on go on to train the Flash. For everything to come full circle, when the final season of The Flash rolls around, whenever that is, we need the past version of Eobard Thawne, not this version of Eobard. So we need one that has not killed Nora Allen yet, and one that has no memories about the fate which has been written for him. So we need a Reverse Flash that does not know that his plan to kill Child Barry will fail. We need the old suit as well, because that's what he had with him all along, from before Nora Allen's murder to season 1 all the way up to season 7. Which means we need a younger version of the Reverse Flash at some point. So maybe what they're going to do is that they will tie a bow on this version of Eobard Thawne right now during Armageddon, whether Despero kills him or just Barry defeats him for good. I don't know about that. One thing we do know that in some way Reverse Flash will be showing up for the back half of the Flash Season 8. So Armageddon will certainly not be the last of the character Reverse Flash that we'll be seeing. Although this present day Thawne could die, Reverse Flash will still be around because there will be a past version of Thawne at some point. So towards the back half of the Flash Season 8, we could be getting this younger version of Thawne being set up, and then for Season 9, if it is the final season, he could end up being the final villain if Season 9 is the final season, where we can go back to the night Nora Allen's murdered and just make everything come full circle. That's what I think could potentially happen. So although it is possible that this version of Thawne could die, the character of Thawne and the Reverse Flash will still be around, because we do know that we need a younger version of Thawne at some point. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about these theories. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.